During World War II, while the world was focused on Nazi camps in Europe, another system of mass cruelty was operating in complete secrecy in Asia. It was run by Imperial Japan. It had laboratories, hospitals, and trained doctors. And it was designed to answer one question: how much suffering can the human body endure before it dies? The program was called Unit 731. It was based near Harbin in occupied Manchuria and operated under the Japanese Imperial Army. On paper, it researched disease prevention. In reality, it treated human beings as disposable test material. Prisoners were not called prisoners. They were called logs. The term was chosen deliberately to remove any sense of humanity. Most were Chinese civilians, but there were also Koreans, Soviets, Mongolians, and a smaller number of Allied prisoners of war. Men, women, children, and infants were all used. Victims were deliberately infected with plague, cholera, anthrax, typhoid, and syphilis. Doctors observed how long it took for organs to fail. Prisoners were tied down while limbs were frozen solid, then shattered to study frostbite. Arms and legs were amputated without anesthesia to track blood loss. Organs were removed while victims were still alive, so doctors could observe internal failure in real time. Pregnant women were infected so researchers could examine how disease passed to unborn children. Babies were born only to be killed during experimentation. No one was released. If a subject survived longer than expected, they were executed to prevent data contamination. Unit 731 also tested biological weapons on civilian populations. Plague-infected fleas were bred by the millions and released over Chinese cities. Wells were poisoned. Food supplies were contaminated. Entire villages were intentionally infected to measure how quickly disease spread and how many people died. When Japan surrendered in 1945, evidence of these crimes existed. Testimony existed. Survivors existed. The logical outcome was war crimes trials. That didn't happen. Instead, the United States made a calculated decision. Japanese scientists involved in Unit 731 were granted immunity in exchange for their research data. Their findings were quietly absorbed into American biological warfare programs. Records were classified. Witnesses were ignored. Not a single Unit 731 scientist was executed by the United States. Many went on to become respected doctors, professors, and medical administrators in post-war Japan. The victims were never acknowledged. The data was kept. The truth was buried.